Hello, my friends. Welcome to Learn English in Real Life, your podcast for clear and heartfelt listening to grow your English skills. Today, we're exploring a question that might feel close to your heart. What if you've lost yourself? This episode is perfect for B2 learners who want to practice English and think about finding their way back to who they are. So, listen slowly, and let's dive into this meaningful journey together. Sometimes you wake up one day and feel like a stranger in your own life. You're not sure how it happened, but you feel empty, confused, or like you're just going through the motions. Maybe you've stopped doing things you love, like singing or writing, or you've drifted away from friends who used to make you smile. It's not one big moment that causes this. It's like a puzzle, slowly losing its pieces, day by day. I think it's like a quiet drift, where you slip away from yourself without even noticing. But the good news is, you can find your way back. Let's talk about how we lose ourselves, and how we can come home to who we are. Life has a way of moving so fast that we forget to pay attention. We get caught up in work, stress, or daily routines, and we let days slip by without thinking about what really matters. Imagine you used to love painting, but now your brushes sit untouched because you're always busy. Or maybe you haven't called a close friend in months, even though you miss them. These small choices add up, and suddenly you feel like you're on autopilot, like a train speeding along without anyone steering. When we don't pause to check in with ourselves, we lose touch with what makes us feel alive. I think it's like letting a candle burn out. You don't notice until the light is gone. When life gets tough, it's easy to pull away from everything. Someone once shared how they felt so lost during a hard time that they shut down. They stopped talking to friends, gave up hobbies, and even pushed away their own dreams. It was like they went into survival mode, closing off parts of themselves just to get through the day. They dreamed of running away to a new city, imagining they could start over as someone new. But they realized something important. No matter where you go, you bring yourself along. I think this is such a big lesson. You can't escape yourself, so you have to face who you are and rebuild from there. This feeling of being lost can touch every kind of love. Love for yourself, for a partner, for friends, or for your work. It's like a small crack in a window that grows bigger over time. You might stop taking care of yourself, like skipping meals or staying up too late, because you feel too tired or sad. Or you might push people away, even those who care about you, because you don't feel worthy of love. The person in the story said they felt oddly comfortable in this sadness, like it was a familiar place to hide. But they also knew it wasn't where they wanted to stay. They wanted to stop hurting themselves and find their way back to love. So, how do you come back to yourself? It starts with slowing down and noticing what's happening. Take a moment to ask, am I living the way I want? If you're always stressed or unhappy, think about what used to light you up, like dancing or reading. This pause is like stopping to look at a map when you're lost. It helps you find your direction. From there, you can start reconnecting with small things that bring you joy. Maybe it's listening to your favorite song, taking a walk in the park, or baking a cake. Someone I know felt lost after a tough year, but they started spending 10 minutes a day journaling. Those moments reminded them of who they were and what they loved. Being kind to yourself is also so important. When you realize you've lost yourself, it's easy to feel frustrated or angry, but being harsh doesn't help. Instead, treat yourself like you would a good friend. If you miss a goal, like not going for a run, don't say, "I'm a failure." Say, "It's okay. I'll try again tomorrow." This kindness is like wrapping yourself in a warm blanket. It helps you heal. Connecting with others is another big step. When you feel lost, you might want to hide, but reaching out can bring you back. Text a friend to catch up, join a group, or talk to a family member. The journey back to yourself isn't always easy, and it takes time. Some days, you'll feel strong and hopeful. Other days, you might feel lost again. That's okay. The person in the story said they kept starting over, even when it felt hard. They looked for love in small moments, like a kind word from a stranger or a quiet coffee in the morning. Slowly, they rebuilt themselves, piece by piece. I think this is like climbing a hill. One step at a time, you get closer to the top. The key is to keep going, even when it feels slow, because every step brings you closer to who you are. If you're feeling lost, try this today. Take 5 minutes to think about something you love, like drawing or hiking. Do one small thing that makes you happy this week, like watching a favorite show or calling a friend. Say something kind to yourself, like, "I'm doing my best." Reach out to one person, even if it's just a quick message. And keep moving forward, even if it's slow. These small steps are like picking up the pieces of your puzzle and putting them back together. To finish, losing yourself doesn't mean you're gone forever. By slowing down, reconnecting with joy, being kind to yourself, reaching out to others, and keeping going, you can find love again, for yourself, for others, and for life. Take one small step today, and you'll start to feel like you again. Thank you for listening to Learn English in Real Life. I hope this slow and clear episode helped you practice your English and think about finding yourself again. Share it with a friend. Keep practicing, keep learning, and see you next time.